Happy rainy Thursday, everybody. I hope you're keeping dry. It's Pastor Amanda here, and we are talking about the fruits of the Spirit. Not actual fruits, but the fruits of the Spirit. Can you name them with me? They are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. That's a lot, but we are going each week and learning about a different fruit of the Spirit. So we've talked about love, and last week we talked about joy, and I want to say a great big thank you to those of you who sent me pictures that represent joy to you. And those pictures are included in everybody's packet this week. We got pictures from Lucy and Clara, and Hazel took a picture, and I took a picture. So I hope that you'll take a minute and look at those cool pictures that represent joy to some of our friends. And that is included in your packet this week. So last week was joy, and I hope that you found a lot of joy in making your orange drink last week and doing your craft, which was your egg shaker. My egg isn't shaking right now, but I hope that you had a lot of joy and fun doing those things. So this week, can you guess what we're talking about? Well, we talked about love and joy. So this week, we're going to talk about peace. And peace we can find in God. So the main idea this week, which you'll find on your main page, is that I can have true peace by trusting in God. God's peace helps me to not be afraid or to worry about anything. And our special verse for the week comes from Philippians 4:6 and 7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Jesus Christ. So what does that mean, Miss Amanda? Well, that means that when we feel worried or we feel anxious or sad or scared maybe, pray to God and give those fears and those worries to God, and God will wrap us in peace because we can trust and know that God is in control and that God has our back. So that's really important to remember. So this week we have a lot of new and fun activities. So I just want to talk with you for a minute about what's going to be in your Bible story bags so that you can get in there and explore and have fun with it. And you know, with these bags, you can do them all at one time, all the activities at one time if you want, or you can take one out and do one and then wait a day and do another. It's really up to you how you want to do this bag. But I think the first thing that you should do is read the story so that when you do the activities, you can know why you're doing them. So our story this week is Noah and the Ark. Who knows that story? I know a lot of you do. And that's a story about a guy named Noah living in the world, and everybody in the world was making really bad choices. And God said, I think we need to start this over. We need a reboot. So he told Noah to build a big ark. And so Noah did. And Noah and his family and all the animals on the earth kind of hung out in that boat for 40 days and 40 nights. And that's a really long time, much longer than we've been in our houses. And then finally the rain stopped and the water dried up, and Noah was able to get out with his family and be thankful that God had been with him and his family during that time. And you think about how scary that probably was for Noah and his family, and I bet they weren't sure and they had a lot of worries, and I bet they talked a lot to God during that time on that boat. Probably like we've been talking to God a lot while we've been in our homes. these past few weeks. So that's our story, and you can read it in your Storybook Bibles, or you can also watch the video that's posted in your parents' email, and it's also on the sheet, the Bible story sheet. The link is posted there, or it's also in the email. So watch those videos. I love those videos. They're kind of fun to watch, and sometimes they're a little bit silly too. So after you watch it, there's some questions. I encourage you to tell your parents about the Bible story at dinner, or you all can talk about it. And then there's some wondering questions that you can talk about together and think through the story. So I hope that you'll do that first. After that, there's lots of fun activities you can do. So the first one I want to tell you about is the craft that we have to create. And I love to create and make things when I'm at home. And so this week, just like the dove that was on the ark that Noah sent out to see if there was dry land, well, we're going to make that dove. And so Hazel and I did it last night to see how it would look. And I have an example for you. Oh, there's your dove. So that's what your dove is going to look like. So you have part of a paper plate, and see underneath you're going to glue a popsicle stick underneath, and then you're going to fold it like a hot dog so that the back is flat of the dove. So you glue it and you let that dry, and then you fold it, and then you can put your cotton ball for your head and your Google eyes, and you can cut out a little beak from the black piece of paper. And then there's a feather in there for your tail, because every bird needs a tail. And then there's paper in there to trace your hands, and then you can glue those on for the wings. Now, it's important that when you trace your hands, you put all your fingers together, and then you can kind of cut the fingers once you cut them out so that they're like feathers. See, isn't that fun? And then what you can do is you can hang your bird in a window, or you can put it on a shelf or something, and it can remind you that God is with you. Even in these uncertain times when we're at home, God is with us and is there to bring us peace. So isn't that fun? I love this little bird. So you can make that as the craft. And then, again, I have another photo challenge for you all to take a picture that represents peace for you. And so if you want to look around you and find something that brings you comfort or peace, and you can take a picture of it, and then you can send it to me, and I'll include it in next week's packet for everyone to see. The next thing is our hands-on activity. And just like Noah, God asked Noah to build a boat, you guys get to build a boat. Now, it's not going to be as big as Noah's, but it's a little tiny boat that you can see if you can make it float. So I have all of the items that you need in your bag, and instructions of how to put your boat together, and then you can see if it can float. And then there is a little something you can read there about that. And then finally, you'll have a note card in your bag, and that note card is for you to write a note on. Now I'm going to tell you what we're doing. So Teacher Appreciation Week is coming up really soon, but of course we're not at school to tell our teachers how much that we love them. And they're pretty sad that they can't be with us. So what we're going to do is we are all going to write thank you notes to teachers. Now, not to your teacher, but just to a teacher. So you can just write on there, thank you for all you do, or we appreciate you, or we love teachers, anything like that. And then you can color on it, decorate it, make it really nice, and then put it in the envelope. And then next week, put it outside your door on Thursday, and I'll pick it up and get it delivered to a teacher. And that'll be really special. So there's a note card in your hands-on bag for you to be able to do that. So that's in that bag. And then finally, of course, we have to have our family time, our family devotion. And so you will find items in there to make a yummy treat and some things to talk about with your family as you do that. And so I hope that will be fun for you. Finally, the last thing I want to tell you is you're going to find a thing of Play-Doh in your bag. And this does not go with our Bible study this week, but this Play-Doh is for our Godly Play Circle on Sunday. And Miss Cynthia is going to use this Play-Doh, or we're going to use it. She'll tell us how to, so that we can respond to our Godly Play Story on Sunday. So hold on to your Play-Doh until Sunday and have that ready for when Miss Cynthia tells us a story. So that's what that's for. But I hope you all are having a good week. I miss you guys. I hope that I'll get to see you all soon. I'll definitely see you on Sunday for our Godly Play Circle. And I want to give a quick shout out to Clara Sandswise, who's having a birthday on Monday. Happy birthday, Clara. I hope you have a wonderful day. And so until I see you guys again, have a good week. Bye.